Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We're going to be talking today about how you deserve better. Ladies, y'all hit the like button. Y'all put some cute emojis up so I know y'all are here. And if y'all are new, definitely subscribe and hit the notification so that y'all know when I go live on my YouTube channel. All right, so welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How are y'all this morning? Hopefully y'all are looking cute, waking up and making up, getting y'all makeup and hair on. Okay. Let me check mine real quick. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Hey, y'all. So we're going to be talking about how you deserve better. My little incense Bokur burner going. If y'all see that, it smells so good. Y'all ever heard of Bokur? It's like the Arabic incense, and it makes your house smell so good. It's so luxurious, so bougie. And yeah, that's what it's smelling like. How are y'all? All right. So ladies, y'all deserve better. Some of y'all are struggling, living in struggle love, dealing with baby daddy drama, broke man drama, dusty drama. And y'all are too young and pretty to be doing that, but you keep doing it for some reason. And let me tell y'all don't have to do that. If y'all look cute, why are you wasting your life struggling with dust? Okay. If you are born with all the qualities that you need to attract a better man that has what you want and that can make your life easy, why are you sitting there not using it? There are ugly people out here that wish they look good because they can go get somebody that actually is going to treat them good. And some of y'all women are out here looking too good to be with the man that y'all are with. Stop being with dust. It's not a trophy to say, oh, well, I stuck it out. Oh, well, I made it work. You made some dust work. You know what I'm saying? No. You made settling look like it was something that was to be rewarded for. No. If you are in a relationship and that man has got his hand out at rent pay time, at mortgage pay time, at bill pay time, you need to go ahead and figure out what you're going to be doing and who else you're going to be trying to attract, because that is not the one. That's not how you should be living, especially if you're cute. If you look good, you shouldn't even be digging in your purse, going into your bank account for no grown able-bodied man. You deserve better. You can be single and pay for your own stuff. You don't have to be with a man and still paying for stuff. That doesn't go together. Okay? It don't go together. It's like having a job and not getting a paycheck. You doing volunteer work? You doing charity work? You must already be rich then. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? Yeah. You deserve better. Find somebody that likes you way more and that thinks that you're worthy enough to pay all your bills or to provide for you. You know what I mean? If they don't even like you enough to do that, why are you with them? I wouldn't be with somebody that didn't like me that much. I don't need somebody that likes me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I like myself too much to deal with somebody that likes me less than I like me. Okay? Think about this. You like yourself way more than the guy you're with and paying to be with likes you. That makes no sense. You deserve better. Some of y'all don't even realize that the guy that you're with don't even like you. They just like your half of the bills so that they can save up to get their dream car to attract their dream woman, which ain't you. Okay? Y'all gotta understand this. Y'all Barbie the Builders and Pick Mishas, y'all deserve better too. Y'all need to put all that money you're giving to dust, put it into your looks, into yourself, into your health, into your wardrobe, into your hair, into your makeup, and stop spending it on a man that don't even like you. They don't even like you enough to pay for everything. That means you're only there so that they can save their money. You're literally just their roommate. So think about that. You may love them, you may be in love with them, but they don't like you. They sure don't. They will lie to you to your face and collect your money every month. They do not like you. You like you more than they like you. They don't like you even enough to pay for you. That's how you know you're a Pygmisha or a Barbara the Builder. And if you accept being with someone that don't even like you like that, you don't like yourself. Mm-mm. You don't like yourself. You're desperate. You need someone to make you feel relevant because you don't feel good about yourself. So I always tell women, if you're a Pygmisha, it's probably because you have low self-esteem and you're desperate. But you don't have to be. You can use all that money you're wasting on dust to better yourself. You can put all that money, invest it back into your looks, back into your mental health, or whatever you got to invest it into to get yourself together enough to know that you don't deserve to be with somebody that don't like you. Okay? Because look, I've seen it. Y'all know I used to be a mortician. I have been to so many funerals. The men do not be crying at their wife's funeral. They do not care. They on to the next real quick. They don't like you. Oh man, I got to find a new dishwasher. Oh man, I got to find somebody to do my laundry now. Oh man, I'm glad she's gone. You know, all she did was nag anyway. I'm glad that now I got that life insurance policy. Men do not care. They're not even crying. They don't care. They do not care. They're hitting on the next thing walking. Please, ladies, get yourselves together and stop dealing with this dust. Men do remarry right away. Okay. And they usually take all that insurance money and all your old stuff and give it to the new one. Let me repeat that. All your old stuff that you'd have left behind after you done died, the next chick is getting it. Or he's selling it and giving her the money. I promise you. I promise you. I've seen it several times. So y'all are sitting over here crying and talking about, but I love him. I'm going to build him. I'm going to stick by his side. He ain't going to stick by your side, and all your belongings is going to the next chick or being sold, and the money is given to the next chick, which is probably way younger. I've had somebody try to get like entice me with their dead wife's belongings. Like, oh, look at all this good jewelry. Oh, look at this furniture. Okay, is this what you're offering me? Some your dead wife's stuff? Wonderful. They will literally offer it up to you. They do not care. Nothing is sentimental. Okay. I'm serious. Y'all do too much, and I'm trying to help y'all not do too much because they don't do enough. The best thing you can do is find someone who provides for you. Okay? Think about this. If you're Barbara the Builder or Pygmisha and you work hard for everything, you marry some dust, you die, all that stuff you worked hard for going to the next chick, and he's going to look like a provider. All right? Think about it. No, don't do it. Okay. So I'm not against men. I'm just telling you how they are so you can understand yourself and how you relate to him and how you should relate to him. I'm not saying hate men. I don't care. I know what they're going to do. That's why I'm going to do what I do. I'm saying be smart and understand them so that you can get what you need to get out of the situation and be happier. Okay? Because people are going to get married. People are going to have kids. People are going to make families. But be wise on who you choose to do that with. Okay? You deserve better. I promise you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you've witnessed this. I've witnessed it over and over and over and over. Y'all don't know. Working in a funeral home, you get a lot of information. You get a lot of tea in that funeral home. Everybody start telling their family business because they're all over emotional. You be hearing everything. Okay. The mistresses try to come in and claim the body. The wife come in and try to claim the body. The mistress is in here trying to make funeral arrangements. The wife is in here trying to make funeral arrangements. We got to tell the mistress you ain't got no rights. We got to tell the baby mama, I'm sorry, you're not his next of kin because you ain't married. We got to tell, we get to know all these people's business. Okay, I'm sorry, the life insurance is not valid because they already used it up. So you stuck like Chuck, what you gonna do? You know? So it's so messy. Yeah, the kids from this marriage is coming to the funeral. The illegitimate kids, made outside of wedlock while this dude was married is coming to the funeral. These people got to come face to face. When the pastor talking about, okay, the family only, they all get up. I've seen it all, baby. So it is some Jerry Springer stuff. So just think about this. The decisions you make every day, because you deserve better. You deserve a man that wants to do the most for you. And if you're not with that, why are you settling? Like, if they're not doing the most and you just settling for them doing the least, that's going to block you, especially if you're only dating one person. It's going to block you from meeting new people that want to do more for you. That's why I tell ladies, you always need a roster. You always need to keep your options open, and you need to stay dating if you feel like the man you're with is not it and that you deserve better. You don't need to stick that out. You don't need to practice being faithful to someone that don't even like you. What you need to do is keep your options open and date as many guys as you choose. And dating doesn't mean sleeping with them. Okay? It just means getting to know them and seeing what it's all about and how much they like you. Keep your options open. Don't settle with no dust. If he's broke and dusty, you're not exclusive. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. And if women start telling men this, if you're gonna deal with a dusty, you need to tell them the same thing these dusties be telling y'all. Well, I don't want nothing exclusive. Well, I don't want no commitment. Well, I don't want to be in a long-term relationship. That's not what I'm looking for. Y'all need to be telling these dusties the same thing and instead of trying to make them your man and claim the dust. Why would you ever want to claim dust? Okay? When these dusty men come up to you, if you're young and stupid, don't even claim them as yours. Be like, I don't claim him. He's just hanging around trying to get something, but he ain't got enough money to get nothing. Okay? And y'all be over here claiming dust, protecting dust, thinking people want your dust, getting in arguments and fights with your friends over some dust. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want your dusty man, believe me. And if they do, they're stupider than you. Well, they just jealous and they don't have no good man like I do. Ma'am, your man is not good. They're broke. Okay, don't nobody want a broke dusty. Nobody. I promise you. And if y'all want a broke dusty, something is wrong with y'all. Y'all need to seek help immediately. Immediately seek help if you think having a dusty is something. Okay. You said I claim no dust. And y'all are gonna, men get mad at me for saying this. If you are in a relationship with a dusty, it don't even count. Because you're doing charity work. That don't even count, ma'am. If you're in a relationship with a man that can't provide, it does not count. You're just in a bad place and you're acting stupid and you need to fix it. Okay? So I don't count it. Don't claim it. Don't count it. Don't stay there. Okay. All right. You said, and you begging. Yeah, you're begging a dusty to be in your life, even though he can't afford it. Of course. Women aren't beggars. We're receivers by nature. By nature, women are receivers. So we can never be beggars. Okay? Because we are natural receivers, not providers or givers. Okay? Our bodies are set up to receive. The only thing we give is birth, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right? Y'all need to be givers and understand that women are receivers. If you want to be a receiver as a man, you know what you got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So how can you stop being clingy? Get more than one. If you get more than one, you're not going to be clingy to just one. You're going to be like, okay, well, I'm thinking about the other one. I got the other one. This one, I don't really have to be extra clingy to because I got 2 or 3 of them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stop being clingy. You want to be unpredictable. You want to be vague. You want to be having your own life so that they don't get sick and tired of you very quickly. Okay. Being clingy, it's not a good look. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you say you cash at me, Leah. Okay, thank you. I don't know if you did or not, but yeah, okay. Let me see what my cash app look like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you sent me something on Cash App and you have a question? Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it, but thank you for, if you cash at me, I'll be on the lookout. Thank you. Got my phone. So some people can't donate here, so they want to ask a little question. You can go ahead and send a Cash App there. Thank you. Okay. You said you're telling me to cheat. Your conscience can't help. Okay, well, their conscious. Think about a man's consciousness. They gonna cheat and they don't care. If you're not the one that they say that they're gonna marry, they're gonna just treat you like they're gonna treat you. So it's up to you to have your own moral compass and not. But remember, men have been doing this for decades, for centuries, for thousands of years. Thank you, DN. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They don't care. If you stay faithful to one man that doesn't even see you as a wife material, they're literally just wasting your time, and you're just in that relationship hoping for the best, but he already knows it's not getting ready to happen. Okay? So it's up to you. And cheating depends on your definition of cheating. If just dating other men and going out to dinner with them is considered cheating to you, well, shouldn't also living with a grown able-bodied man that don't have a ring on your finger and you're doing all the wifely duties, shouldn't that make you even more angry and upset? Who can't even afford to provide for you like a husband should? Shouldn't you be even more upset about that than sitting across the table chewing food with another man, seeing if he has more to offer you and your future generations than the dust that you're with? I think you owe it to yourself. Thank you for helping me recognize my worth and helping me see I don't have to settle, that I deserve better. SheRaSeven, thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, we all deserve better. Okay. Yes, you're cheating yourself if you don't go see what else is being offered out there that can better your future. Okay. Don't be one of them pick-me-shits that be like, oh, I could have had a man with more money. I could have been this. I could have been that, but I loved it him. Don't be her. Don't be her. Don't be paying all your man's bills in the future because you had the morals to stay faithful to some dust. Don't be telling coulda, shoulda, woulda stories to your kids that ain't gonna believe you anyway, because they're looking at you and they're looking at him and they're shaking their head talking about my mama's a pick-me-shit. I gotta go find SheRaSeven. Okay, don't be that woman. Don't be trying to tell your kids, oh, marry for this reason, marry for that reason, when they're trying to get married for some money because you couldn't do it and you didn't have the mentality to go do it. Don't stop your daughters from doing it. Okay, because some of y'all mothers out here will stop your daughters from dating rich because you passed up your opportunity because you were settling for some dust, and now you don't want to look stupid. Let them date up, and don't tell them anything. If you couldn't do it, let them do it. If you were stupid enough to settle for some dust, don't let them make the same mistake. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you're that kid, Athena? Okay, ma'am. Well, you know what to do. Every generation is supposed to get better, smarter, and wiser. Don't repeat the cycle. Okay? I'm telling y'all now. If y'all's moms settled for dust, you shouldn't. Okay? Change everything in one swoop. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Boyfriend wants you to move in, how to leverage it. Tell him you need a certain amount of money before you move in so that if you choose to move out, you got the money to move out at any time. And he's paying all bills, by the way. You're not paying any bills. Okay, Obsidian Beauty. Off subject, but where did you get that top? Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is like a bolero top. Girl, y'all know this from Shein. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's from Shein, and this is an earring, a clip-on earring, because the button is like silver, and it didn't go with my jewelry, so I clipped on a little clip-in earring. It's a Givenchy, actually. The earring costs more than the whole shirt. Isn't that funny? Like, I got on an earring that costs more than the actual shirt on the shirt. I usually spend more money on jewelry, accessories, shoes than I do clothing because I spend some money on clothing. But if I'm wearing pieces that you know, are probably going to be stylish for a little while and not forever, I don't spend a lot of money on them. Mix and match, exactly. Like my shoes cost more than my entire outfit. And of course my jewelry. But yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Jolly. How do you tell this older man you want to be in a relationship, or do what you wait for him? Okay. You got to wait for them to ask you to be exclusive. And then that's when you tell them what exclusive means to you. It means they're going to totally provide for you and pay your bills. Most men aren't going to ask you to be exclusive if they don't want financial responsibility. So that's one of the indications to let you know that they're not ready for a relationship or financial responsibilities with you if they do not try to get you to be exclusive with them. Usually older men just are lonely and want to have dinner with someone, especially if you're meeting them online. That's why I tell y'all not to meet them online. But if y'all are, they just want dinner dates and to feel relevant. Thank you, KN Sprinkle Sprinkle. Your partner provides for you, supports you emotionally, and wants to build a family. He earns $250K. He treats me incredibly well. Should I be content with this or consider someone wealthier? Okay. If you're happy, stay where you are. Okay. If you don't need my advice right now, don't have my advice right now. But if you're happy and you got everything you need and want, and he's providing, that's all that matters. Okay. If you want, listen to me very carefully. If you want and desire a better lifestyle and what he has to offer is not it, because you've already had it, you could do it for yourself, and it's considered settling to you, then yes, you should date wealthier because you'll never be happy there. But if you're happy there and it's good enough for you, and that's what, is giving you happiness, and that's what's going to give you happiness in the future, then great, stay. But if you can do all that stuff for yourself and it's no big deal to you, and you're not going to be happy with that level of income from him, then definitely date richer. So it's all up to you personally and how you feel. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. There's levels to everything. You don't need to be dating a billionaire to be happy. You don't even need to be dating a millionaire to be happy. You need to be provided for, comfortable, living a life of comfort and luxury in your mind and on your level to be happy. Okay. As long as you don't have to clock in 9 months pregnant and give him any type of money, and you can go do what you need to do. You don't have to check your bank account every time you go shopping or whatever, then you're good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you worried about financial issues in the future, maybe you need to aim higher. If not, then stay, be content. Yeah. Your boyfriend is a provider, but sometimes he has financial difficulties because his income is not always stable. Then you need to sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't bet anything on someone who's not stable, because if you get married and bring children into the situation, now you're putting them in struggle. So you don't marry someone that's not stable. You need to find someone with a stable, steady stream of income and several streams of income, not just one. Do you know how risky it is to be with someone with only one stream of income and they don't even work for themselves? At any given moment, that can disappear. You know what I mean? So you need a financially smart, intelligent person that understands how this world works. Okay? That's what you need. Men need to start thinking about that. One job working for some dude or some company is not enough. Especially if y'all don't have no savings account. It's not enough. They need more. They need to invest. They need to start side businesses or online businesses. They need to have stocks. They need to invest stuff. They need to have savings. They need to have multiple streams of income in this day and age. Because if they lose their job, now now what are they going to do? Go find another one? How long is that going to take? And who's going to suffer for that? Do they even have a savings? They have to be financially intelligent. Don't date someone that's stupid. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Get the business owners, exactly. The real business owners that's making money already and are successful. That's why a lot of women are going to have to date older. Thank you. You said I look good today. Thank you. How to entice an older man to want more. They already have to want it. Okay, some of these old men don't want more because they don't want to pay you anything. They don't want to provide for you. Some of them can't. Some of them are on a fixed income. You got to understand, if you're not meeting them on the rich side of town, you're gonna have issues. If you're meeting them online, they're lonely and want dinner dates. Okay, you need to meet them in real life in the rich side of town. Go look for the nice cars in the parking lot. Go out during the day. Go to the rich side of town. That's where you're going to meet them at. And those are more likely to spend. And if they're a certain age, they're more likely to want a commitment. 50 and up probably want a commitment more. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, men don't consider themselves old until they're about 50. Okay. They're all considered still young under the age of 50. Why? Because they act young. They think they're young. They date like they're young. So when they get to about 50, that's when that midlife crisis starts to hit and they start to realize they better do something now. So that's where you're going to get most of your money. And most men wanting more than just going out to dinner. And I'm talking about the men with the money. Okay. Not the broke man. Okay, Dean, guy that you're seeing is 5 years younger than me, but is obsessed with me. Very successful attorney and wants to marry me ASAP. I think his estrogen is very high. Stressful job. He is ready to settle down. Could this work? Does he need a green card? Why is he so adamant about marrying so quick? You said he's obsessed with you and very successful. Is he paying bills for you? Check his credit. Check his background. Is he paying bills, baby? If he's very successful, you should be a stay-at-home girlfriend before you're any type of wife. Think about this, okay? Has he upgraded your vehicle? Has he told you to quit your job? Has he put money into your savings account? Okay. I don't care about a man talking about marriage. I need to see if they are able to even sustain a marriage in a relationship or a future family. They got to show you that they are able to provide. So if he's able to provide for you 100% fully and can stack your savings account, tell you to quit your job, make sure that you have enough money to do whatever you want to do with, great. If not, the answer is no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And remember, chances are if they're younger than you and in the future after you have kids and they get tired of the routine, they may be stepping out on you as well. So if he's very successful, or if you're willing to put up with possible infidelity in the future, that's also something you need to think about. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Provider you met at gym pursued you heavily for a few months. I left for a week on vacay, and when I came back, I found a new little thing to parade. He found a new little thing to parade around the gym. How should I act when he approaches me? That's not your boyfriend. Focus on his money. Okay, he got a new thing to parade around, but do you have anything that he has offered to give you? Has his presence benefited you whatsoever financially? Then it doesn't matter. You know, if y'all talk or whatever, just come up with a fake problem for him to solve financially. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's because that's all you're there for is his money, not him, right? Who cares what he's parading around? Can he solve your financial fake issue that you're getting ready to present? Sure, you need that lip combo, please. Okay, girl, sprinkle, sprinkle. So in my description bar, I have a little link that says beauty products that I recommend. And this should be linked on there. It's a Gerard Cosmetics Hydro Matte Lipstick in the color Wine Down. So that should be linked. This is Gerard Cosmetics Hydro Matte Lipstick in the color Wine Down. And then I have the Fenty lip liner called Browned Out. That's what I have lined. The Fenty Browned Out and the Gerard Cosmetics Wine Down Hydro Matte. It should be linked in there. All right, just scroll through it. All the beauty products that I use and a lot of the makeup products that I use are in that link in the description bar. It's the first link. Okay. Okay, but Shira, you don't want to sleep with them? Then don't sleep with them. Who's telling y'all to sleep with these men? I don't understand. Why do y'all keep thinking that y'all have to do that? If you're smart, you don't have to sleep with nobody. If y'all are dumb, then yeah, you think you got to sleep with everybody. But if you're smart, you don't have to sleep with none of them. Okay? What's up with y'all? Just because they do something for you don't mean that's what they get in return. They get a thank you. And you're welcome for me being in your presence and upping your status out in public. That's all they get. Okay, y'all are dumb. If that's all you think you're worth, that's what your problems are. That's why you don't understand that you deserve better. Stop thinking y'all got to sleep with these men. That's some pygmisha broke-minded stuff. Rich women don't walk around talking about, oh, I don't want to date this man because I don't want to sleep with him. Rich women don't barely sleep with nobody unless they want to. Think like you're already rich. Stop thinking like you're broke. That's the half of y'all's problem. And that's why y'all don't think y'all deserve something. Because y'all walk around broke-minded. Y'all need to stop all of that. Your presence and a thank you is quite enough. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start thinking like you're a rich woman. They're not walking around sleeping with everything who gives them a compliment. They're not walking around sleeping with every man who buys them some food to chew across a table with. Where's your self-worth? Men have to work for rich women. They got to literally impress you so bad. Thoughts on handsome dusties? Do they always play women in the end? Girl, I'm not worried about no handsome dusty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't waste my time. Thank you for the donation. But if you're still thinking about dust, you're on the wrong channel. Okay? Your future generations and your past ancestors are mad at you and shaking your head right now just for asking a dumb question. Okay? They're like, Mama, no. Grandma, no. Stop asking about dust. You're endangering your future offspring if you're going to have some. Just by having that question, okay? Don't do it. I'm helping you out by not answering that, okay? Focus on something better. There you go. You said handsome dusty should get their money up. Exactly. If y'all are still worried about looks, go date whoever you want and come back on the channel when you mature mentally. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, why does it sound funny? Girl, I don't know. I'm not using the same mic that I normally use. That's probably why. And plus I have my fan over there. I don't know. I think my webcam and my mic is on the fritz. Is that what they call it? I might need to get another one. I'm on my just laptop camera today. Thank y'all. You said you've never been in a relationship. Should you ignore the dusty or get your heart broken, etc.? Girl. If you want to experience infatuation, lust, and heartbreak, yes, deal with whoever you need to deal with. If you want to skip that step, then go for the money. But most women will never believe what I'm talking about unless they go through it. So that's literally up to you. Okay. But you'll be smart and ahead of the game and be prepared for them to mess up anyway. So it might still be better to know this info if you're going to date anything dusty or someone that's going to break your heart. Okay, JC, Sprinkle, your boyfriend said he's indifferent about me coming to his Easter fam dinner. Okay, then don't go. Sprinkle. Go have brunch with your girlfriends. Go out. Okay, Sprinkle. I'm not going anywhere where I'm not the guest of honor and invited and wanted. I'm not going anywhere where people are indifferent about me. I like me too much. Sprinkle. Treat yourself how you want others to treat you. If he told you those words out of his mouth, do not go. He don't even want you to go. He's trying to tell you in a nice way. He doesn't want you to go. Read between the lines. Sprinkle. Don't go. Just like, okay, well, I'll find something else to do. You have fun. Bye. If you're a clingy pygmisha, you'll probably go anyway. But if you're not, you'll let him go by himself and go do something fun or do whatever you need to do. That man don't want you there. Sprinkle. Okay. Because you deserve better. Think about this. A man that really liked you would have begged you to go and bought you a new outfit to wear there. Oh my gosh, I want you to come meet my family for Easter. You're invited to Easter dinner. Do you need anything? Do you want a new outfit to wear? That's what a man that actually likes you would have told you. Instead of, I don't really care if you go or not. I'm indifferent about it. That means you're not the one. I don't really care if you meet my family. I don't even want you there. But if you are a pygmisha and you want to tag along because you're insecure, fine, come on. That's what he just told you. Okay. I would get dressed up real cute. And if you don't have nowhere to go for Easter, I would definitely go to brunch and have the best time ever. Invite some friends, invite your own family members and go out and have fun or just hang out by yourself. Best way to react when there is another woman or the provider has lots of female friends. Act like the main character of your own life and stop comparing yourself to other women. Sprinkle. A woman that never compares herself to other women or see other women as her competition has no competition. Okay? Sprinkle. You act highly confident as if there is no competition. Your attitude and your confidence is what sets you apart. If you don't have any, you're always going to be comparing yourself to others. Okay? Sprinkle. Should you show interest in his hobbies? Like football, gym? No. Everything he does is not for you. If you're not naturally into it, you're not naturally into it. You know what I'm saying? You can tolerate it, but don't make his stuff your stuff. Have your own stuff. When he goes and watch football, go do something else. All right. If he asks you to join football, you don't really have to enjoy it. You could sit there with him and scroll through your phone and fill up a nice online cart of whatever you're shopping for. But you don't always have to be into what they're into. Believe me. I don't know nothing about sports. And I don't care. And whenever like James is watching football, I go do something else. I go to the ball. I don't care. I'll go out to brunch with my daughters. I don't care. I don't like sports. So, and I never will. So why should I pretend I do? To make them happy? They should just give me their credit card so that they can concentrate on watching sports while I go shop. Sprinkle. And if I sit up there and watch it with them, all I'm going to be like is, why are these men in tights grabbing each other's booties, chasing balls? Okay. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm not getting ready to sit there and watch it. I don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. You said some pick-me's be obsessed with sports to get the man. Well, I look too good to be obsessed with sports to get a man. Unless you own the field and playing or on the court, I don't care about no sports. Unless you getting that sports paycheck. Then I'll be your number one fan. If not, miss me with it. Yes, I know all the team colors and most of the team names and the cities, but that's only for one reason and not for the reason you think. So I know how much money you make and where you play. Other than that, I don't care about sports. I care about I like the sports paychecks of the athletes, but I don't care about the sport. By the way, Patreon members, if y'all are on my Patreon and y'all are in the mail out tier, look what's coming your way. I have these beautiful mermaid themed envelopes and stationery that I got on Etsy. This is the back. So if you're on the mail out tier of the Patreon, I'm going to mail these out to you today. It's a little handwritten hello letter, as y'all do. Y'all know y'all get these every month, or a card. If you are on the Patreon and you are signed up for the mail out tier, you get a letter from me every month as long as you're signed up, handwritten on cutesy stationery or cards. And if you're just on tier 2 and up, you can message me and write me, and I'll write you back within a day or two. So thank y'all. I appreciate the Patreon support. Do you think the universe brings you lessons in the form of men? I think if you are smart and you choose wisely, you can create your own life and lifestyle by who you choose to deal with. But if you're not thinking that way yet, then if you look at things positive as if they are a lesson because they didn't work out in your favor, then yes. So if you have the mentality, I'm only dating rich men that are liking me 10 times more, what is your lesson? Okay, but if you're just gonna date guys because they're cute and got a 6-pack and give you outside validation, that's gonna be your lesson. I'm giving you the lesson for free right now. Sprinkle, sprinkle, without wasting time or energy. But if you have to experience it to learn it, some people are hands-on learning. Okay. Some people are hands-on learning and think that whatever man is being said to you that are going to do you wrong is a lesson from the universe, or you could just click on this video and listen to what I tell you and avoid it altogether. It's up to you. What do you do when he is giving the silent treatment? Have a nice day, go shopping, go out with your friends, go get a coffee. Don't worry about him, trying to text you and bother you and disturb your day. That's what you do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go have a good day. Okay, it's like people that are discovering things and they leave a little sign or a warning sign and a be careful and cautious sign, and you ignore them. We're telling you already, you ain't got to go experience it unless you want to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I missed the super chat. Hold on. Okay. You got a car from a man. You didn't sleep with him. Didn't know what I know now. The next one will buy me investments. Okay, Miss Leslie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay. Fat boy Mimi says, best way to react when there is another woman or the provider have lots of female friends. I already answered that. Have confidence and don't compare yourself with other women. Okay. Am I going to do a meet and greet? Probably not anytime soon. Mm-mm. Not anytime soon, baby. Okay. Shira, you went on a date, very respectful and generous, and he hides me. In fact, he's in a relationship. Okay, he hides you. The fact that he's in a relationship felt so bad when I found out. What your perspective on this? Get money, ma'am. If he wants to keep you as his side chick, you need to have all bills paid. You need to be shopping. You need to have cash money in your hand all the time if you're going to deal with him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to be benefiting from it financially. Okay? You might be hurt, but your pockets won't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, you have a friend who is sad or who has sad reoccurrences with meeting men on apps. What is your advice for her? Get off dating apps. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Meet men on the rich side of town and stop being on dating apps. As for losers and people with low self-esteem, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mm-hmm. What do you do when you are approached by a rich man? Say hello. You have $440 in savings. You're only 19. What do I do with the money? Keep saving it. That's not a lot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Keep saving it. Keep saving. You don't do nothing with it, ma'am. That's not enough to do nothing with. Keep saving. Okay. Not to be rude. That's good that you've saved that much at only 19, but you need to keep saving more. You need to meet a man that has money and spend his and save yours. Get some of his and put it in your savings account and keep building it. All right. Your account, every time you get with a boyfriend or you start dating someone exclusively, your account needs to grow. And you also need to be adding money to it if you work as well. Keep saving it. That's, you said, oh, she said she meant 440K. Okay, girl, I thought she said $440. I'm like, girl, that ain't enough. Keep saving. If I were you, I'd buy an investment property. If I were you, with half of it and keep the other half. Invest 1/4 of it. Buy an investment property and keep the other in savings, or have your bank make money on itself. That's what I do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm sorry, girl. I got on you about $400. I did not see the K on there. My bad. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you have that type of money. Get your money. Invest it and buy some property as well, and then save some. Okay, this doctor who approached you online has sent you $50K before meeting him and doesn't know my real name. Should I tell him when he comes to see me? No, why ruin the whole fantasy? People have alias names all the time. People go by names that's not even on their birth certificate. You could tell him later if he is going to be serious about you. People got nicknames too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But that's good that you got that money out of him. Just tell him, my name is this, but people call me that. Like, I have 3 names. SheRaSeven, my real name, and my other YouTube name. I mean, name is just a name. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shiro, should you lie about your age? You're 19, old, and the man you date is 44. He has money, but hasn't given me nothing yet. Okay. I don't know why lying would do anything for you. If he feels like you're too young, you can't even drink, he probably not going to take you seriously. So if it's going to help you get money, to say that you're 21, great. Or 22, great. Wonderful. It doesn't matter anyway. As long as you're way younger than him, he's not going to spend money. If you want a 44-year-old to spend money on you, you need to come up with little problems that a 44-year-old can afford, like one tire, like a Forever 21 going out of business shopping spree, like a Cheesecake Factory, because that's all that they can kind of do for you at this time. Like your phone bill being paid. They can do little things for you, because at that age, they don't have a lot of money themselves, unless they're independently wealthy or an entrepreneur that has a successful business. Thank you, Black Sheep Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. Okay, so understand a 44-year-old can't really do much financially for you as a 19-year-old. All they can do is the little bare minimum stuff. So instead of getting a whole set of tires or a down payment on a car, they can probably do a car payment. They can do probably one tire. They may can fill up your gas tank. They may can take you to the mall, the average stores in the mall. They may can do that. Okay. They can get your oil changed. They can pay for your nails. They can do the small things that you probably think are big. Because at your age, those are the big things. Those are the big things at your age. So if you're dating somebody like that, keep asking them for stuff, because they can afford the things that you think are major. All right. They can impress you with all of that. So don't be afraid to ask for what a woman their own age would consider the bare minimum. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're 19, they definitely need to be spending money right away. You can lie and say you're 21, but get that money. Get them shopping sprees, get that oil change, get that tire, get that gas, get them nails. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get them to pay that phone bill and your car note. All right, good for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not saying the 40 years olds are broke, but they can't afford to impress women their own age. Okay. They can impress a young 20-something-year-old, but they can't impress women their own age. So the 20-something-year-olds need to definitely be getting what they need to get out of the 40-something-year-old men. Okay. Do not be afraid to ask, because any woman their same age would expect a lot more. Okay. That's why I'm telling y'all, if y'all are young and y'all are dating 40-something-year-old, ask for everything that you think is good. Everything. Okay. Because they can afford it. Because think about it. A woman their age would be asking for property, cars, houses. You know what I mean? You're just asking for the little things. They can get it for you. Okay. You said, where can you find providers online? Okay, let me show you. Get your phone, go to Google, search, or Safari, whichever one you go to. Type in rich zip code, and then put the name of your city in there. Then hit search. All right. Get that zip code. There's going to be a couple of them. Write it down. Then go back to the browser and type in gym, and then type in that zip code. Then type in cafe. Then type in that zip code. Then type in grocery store. Then type in that zip code. And then you hit search. And you're going to get all the list of places you're going to go. That's how you find the rich men online. Then you get in your car, or you get in an Uber, and you go over there and you hang out as often as you can and make it a routine. Go grocery shopping over there. Go run your errands over there. Go to the spa over there. Go walk around in the park over there. Go do whatever you do. Have a snack, have a lunch, have a drink over there. That's where you're going to meet. That's how you're going to find rich men, by using your online features. Okay. Thank you. You're going to have to get up and go make effort. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you know how lazy it is? And I'm not calling y'all lazy. Do y'all know how easier? I'm gonna put it in a more positive way. Do you know how much easier it is to attract men with money if you're actually in their presence versus online where they're probably not at? You know what I mean? Do you know how much a man that has money likes you if he gets up and crosses the room to talk to you and risk rejection? You know how much he must like you? It's better to meet in real life. The chemistry is better in real life. The attraction is real in real life. You don't have to look at old pictures from 20 years ago of somebody or doctored up, filtered pictures of people in real life. They are who they are. They like who they like. And chances are they're going to have more of an attraction and a chemistry towards you in real life than online when they can scroll through and find people that look just like you with all the doctored up pictures and, dinner dates that he just wants so he doesn't have to dine alone. That's all people do online. Okay, he's 25. Okay, you're 25. He's 43, wants marriage. What do I ask for? House. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 25. You need a home in the nice area where the school districts are good. So house. With his money, not yours. You don't contribute any money towards the house. He needs to get you the house in the neighborhood. And when you're married, your house goes on that. Your name goes on the house. Your name goes on the house. Okay. But he needs to get you a house first. Before you say I do. A house or at least the car you want. You know what I'm saying? He's old enough to do that for you. Okay, you are married. He provides and asks to have a baby. I asked him to purchase the property for me. First, he agreed, but now he says he can't buy it at the moment and insists on making the baby before buying the house. Your advice. Where do y'all live now? Do you have enough room? Why does he want to rush having a baby before he buys the house? Now, if you some people don't plan on having children and it just happens naturally, and then you move to the house. That's what that's for. But y'all are planning a family. So, and you're supposed to put the house first and then have the baby, if y'all are planning it. If it's unplanned, well, get the house right away after you find out you're pregnant. But if you are not planning it, get the house first. No baby if there ain't no house to put the baby in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where can you buy a consultation? I don't do consultations anymore. I'm so sorry. But the closest you're going to get is joining my Patreon, tier 2 and up. And you'll be able to write me in private and I'll answer you back within a day or two. So I'm going to link it here. Just click on it. It's also in the description bar if you scroll down about halfway. And it's also on my channel page as a link on my channel page up under my picture. Thank you. Okay, Kay Lawrence, you did what you gained weight after being with a Dusty. You live in high cost area. Even billionaires want to work. Let's focus on my level up, but I am not sure if I should focus on weight loss first. I don't know how much weight you've gained, but you should always be working on yourself. They got them injections out there now, baby. You be skinny in 2 weeks. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, go hit up your local med spa and see what they can do for you. Thank you, Bernicia. Thank you for being a new member. Appreciate you. Your boyfriend is so sweet and romantic, but he is so cheap. I don't want to break his heart, but I want him to step up and grow more. I told him I want him to pay for most things. He thinks it's not fair. Then he's too young for you. This is when women start to outgrow their boy friends, and now they need a man and a provider. So you need to tell him, you need to start separating and spending less time together, because he's never going to learn how to be a man and a provider if you pulling out your purse. Okay, you need to start hanging out separately. If you're going to have to reach in your wallet, you're going to need to go out by yourself. And whenever y'all go out, if he can't pay, then y'all aren't going to go out. You know what I mean? Y'all got to stay in the house because he can't pay. And when you go out and you're trying to go out and have fun, go by yourself, because he doesn't deserve to be in your presence if he cannot provide. Okay, this is when women have to wake up and realize you're enabling a future Dusty. You're enabling that man to not think he has to pay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so he doesn't think that it's fair because no one has made him understand that men are providers. Go find a man who has no problem paying for everything. All right. Believe me, he doesn't care if you break his heart. He already knows what he's doing is wrong. He already knows he's supposed to be a provider. He just doesn't like you enough to provide. Think about it. If you were the woman of his dreams, he would find a way. If you were out there looking like Beyonce, Rihanna, or whoever he thinks is cute, he would find a way to pay. So think about it. Okay, so y'all who keep asking me about weight loss and stuff, just go get the shot. Y'all know they have different ones. You don't always have to do Ozempic. You just go get whatever one that they recommend to you in weight loss clinics. Okay, in 2 weeks you're gonna be skinny if you don't have a lot to lose. If you got a lot to lose, maybe 2 months. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 25, date older. When I was 25, I probably was with somebody that was like, my husband was 20 something years older than me. Okay. Well, he wasn't my husband at the time. We were still dating, but he was in his 50s. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or I think he was. I don't know. I forgot how old he is. Anyway, he was close to 50. You're a recovered pygmisha with two nice, sweet tendencies. Okay. You're too nice and you're sweet. How to reprogram your mind to be meaner and get more. Thank you. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stop being a people pleaser. That's number one. Be a self pleaser. If it doesn't please you, the answer is no. If it's not beneficial to you, the answer is no. If you're not getting nothing out of it, you're not showing up. Okay. That's how you do it. You can still be nice and then decline things in a nice way if they're not beneficial. And you don't have to please people. They got to please you. That's how you switch your mentality. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're dealing with people that expect you to please them, if you're dealing with people that expect you to treat them nice, if you're dealing with people that want more from you, you're dealing with the wrong people. That's how you know. If you want to deal with the people that treat you like that, you're doing that to yourself. So deal with people that want to please you, deal with people that are beneficial to you, and you'll never have to worry about any of that stuff being a pygmisha again. Okay. There you go. Do you suggest staying on your own or staying with parents while trying to find your provider? Whichever one is financially best for you. It doesn't really matter about women staying with their parents long term as much as it does. It looks bad for men because they're supposed to be natural providers. So I don't think it matters. But if you become a certain age and you feel like you do need your own space, like I think if you're over 25 and you feel like you might need your own space, maybe you can venture out a little bit, you know. But if you're under 25, you stay at home, girl. All right. How to understand that you require a house and car before marriage? Talk about it. Say, when I get married, I definitely want to have a nice house in the suburbs and A, B, C, and D, and have the house being built. You can like counteract it by saying, I don't mind having a smaller wedding if we're going to have a bigger house, or having the house built during the engagement. You know what I'm saying? So drop hints and clues about it so that they can understand that's what's happening. Okay. You said he didn't text you for what? 2 days? Okay, so re-entry fee. Text him your Cash App for 2 days of absence and put however much you think he owes you. You don't work building a roster. You're 30 and decided to go back to university. What do I tell them if they ask, what do I do for a living? Also, this chat will come back up because I used, okay, ma'am, sprinkle. I wouldn't tell them nothing. They don't need to know any of this. That's not their business. If they ask what you do for a living, just say you work from home. Something really boring, and that doesn't make a lot of money. Okay? It's none of their business. Just say, "Oh, I work from home, and I do lie and say something that doesn't make too much money. That way, they know everywhere you go, they're paying." Okay? Just don't ever tell men the truth about your business, your whatever. Don't tell them nothing. Okay, so following up with the super chat, what do I tell him so he knows I expect more from him without coming off as mean or like I'm done forever? Okay, just like, oh, you know what? I've been wanting such and such lately. I've been wanting to go shopping lately. I saw this really cute thing that I wanted to buy lately. Do you want to go with me? Get him to buy you something. Get him to invest in you. Men who invest in you want to stick around longer. So he needs to start investing with you. Okay. You're not being mean, you're being direct. Okay. You're telling him, okay, you're taking me shopping. Okay, you're doing this. Okay, you're doing that. If you don't want to go, then don't call me. If you don't want to give me the things that I want, you can't impress me, basically. Don't be impressed by anything he does unless it's what you want him to do or something that you approve of, that you like. Men who think that they easily impress women will do the least. So you got to get them to do the most. Eloping versus an actual wedding. What are your thoughts? It just depends on what you want. You're the bride. You know what I mean? If you elope, you can still take pictures. You can still get a cute little cheap wedding dress and take pictures of your engagement and all that kind of stuff. And you can still buy a cake and have a party, or you can meet at a restaurant for a reception. Not everybody needs a wedding if that's not what you want. If that's what you want, if that's what you've always dreamed of, then yes, you should have it. But if you don't care, then who cares? It's only for one day and a few hours anyway. Okay. You can have a large reception. Yeah, you can like rent out a little ballroom in a hotel and have a reception there afterwards. People can bring you gift from your registry. That's the best part about getting married, girl. Get you a registry, register for gifts. I got so much good stuff when I got married. I got crystals. I put a bunch of stuff on there I would never buy for myself. You know, I got china. I got so much stuff. So, mm-hmm. You often wait until your boyfriend is asleep to take his phone and transfer money to your account. He never checks his account balance. If I get caught, what should I say? Sprinkle, sprinkle? I don't know. I don't know what to say, ma'am. Don't get caught. That's all I can tell you. If you get caught, you know, be naked when you get caught. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You want to be a TikToker? Will a provider be interested in you? Yeah, if he's old enough to not even know what TikTok is, baby. Go date, get you an age gap marriage or age gap relationship. He won't even have TikTok. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, he gonna have a flip phone. He ain't gonna know nothing about no TikTok. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get a man working in oil and gas. They have no clue about social media. Okay, ma'am. Sounds good to me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone said he can press charges, so you should stop. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I don't condone stealing. If they know about it, that's a whole nother thing. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I will tell him thank you for you like he forgot. What? I will tell yeah, okay, well, hopefully if he drinks, you can tell him you asked and he said yes. He might not remember. Mm-hmm. You said you're coming to a small windfall in your business. You're not telling your husband. Good. Don't tell him. They don't need to know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The father of your child stopped working and refuses to look for more. You're conflicted because I don't want to take my child that away, but I don't know what else to do. Okay, put him on child support. The government will make him get up and get a job, or else he'll be locked up. Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, what you can't do, the government can. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know where you live, but in the US, you can put him on child support and the government will require him to pay you a certain amount of money every month, which means he has to get up and go get a job, or he could be put in jail. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're conflicted. You don't know what to do, and he don't know what to do. He's a grown, able-bodied man with kids, and he don't know that he needs to get up and go get another job. Well, you're going to have to think for him, and you're going to have to get the government assistance to get him to get up, because if you can't do it, they definitely can. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Maybe just by mentioning that you're going to put him on child support, he'll get up and go do something. Because if you put him on child support, every job he goes to, he's going to have to fill out that child support form. And everybody going to know he's on child support. His boss, human resources, and it's going to automatically come out of his paycheck. So you need to tell him, if you don't get up and go to work, I'm putting you on child support. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He'll get up and find something quick if you tell him that, ma'am. And if he don't get up, start the paperwork. You can do it online. You can literally start the paperwork online and be done in a matter of 10 minutes. You don't even got to go nowhere. Just clickety-clack online, get him on child support if he refuses to get up and go find work. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You stop being nice. Nice women finish last, baby. You ain't gonna take him away. You're gonna make him man up. If he says, I'm gonna leave you, or you're gonna leave me because I'm a poor, broke, non-providing man, that's called a dusty. If you enable the dust, you're only adding to the problem. Tell him to get up, or you call in child support. Put him in that situation. See what he gonna do. Because he should want to provide for his family. And since he's being lazy and don't, you need to make him understand that you know other ways to get him to get up if he don't do it on his own. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't be too nice. Men don't respect nice. They will lay up on the couch with nice. They will quit their job with nice. They will look at you stupid if you expect them to provide if you're too nice. You don't be too nice. Okay? You tell him to get up and do something, or you going to do something about whatever he's not trying to do. Okay. You said 1-800 get a dusty gone. That's exactly right. Let me tell y'all something, ladies who have children out of wedlock by a man who can't afford it. You are already nice enough to that man by giving him a baby, by him having not enough money, by him not being a full provider, by him thinking it's okay not to work. You already were nice enough. Now it's time to put your foot down and make him man up. Okay? You deserve better. What do I think is better, Dallas or Houston? Well, I'm Houston, 100%. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But you know me. I'm 100% going to say Houston, okay? Period. Let me tell you why. You're close to the boats. You're close to the water. So you can literally go on cruises. You could travel, to the Bahamas, to Mexico. You're very close to the water when you live in Houston. You're close to New Orleans. You're close to that oil money. There's lots of billionaires. There's lots of tech here. So there's a lot of money in Houston as well. It's very diverse. It's more diverse than Dallas. So if you care about diversity, wonderful, great. There are suburbs on the outskirts of Houston, like I guess there is of Dallas too. But I definitely say Houston is probably going to get you, you're probably going to have more diversity and options in Houston as far as stuff to do. Okay. Katharina says, come to Dubai, Habibi. Okay. Yeah, in a couple of years, just you send me a ticket, a first class ticket. Send me some first class tickets, and I'll be on my way. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe not. We'll see. You said you're not going to. I'm just going there to shop. If I go there, I'm just going to shop. I'm going for the jewelry. I'm gonna get me some oud, some Bokur. I'm going there to shop. I don't care what. I'm not trying to meet no people. I'm just going there to shop, like most rich people do. We're just going there to shop and go eat. I'll be right back. If I go, I'm just going to shop and eat. And shop and eat. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do everywhere I go, so it doesn't matter. Best place to reach rich man in LA and Beverly Hills. Girl, I don't know. I've never been to LA. I've been to other parts of California. If it were me, I would definitely like if I lived in California, I wouldn't be meeting no man in LA or Beverly Hills. Okay, I'm going to the outskirts where the ranches and the vineyards are. I'm going for the real big money that is not superficial or as superficial. I'm going to get the ranchers, the vineyard owners. I'm going for the farmers that live on the outskirts in the country part that got horses, stables, ranches, who can throw large dinner parties outside with fairy lights for my girlies. That's where I'm going. I don't need no LA dude. No offense to the guys that live in LA. Like, I need a rugged, masculine person that's not watching their gluten or carbs. Okay. I'm from Texas, so that's what I'm gonna want. Someone said Beverly Hills or Baldwin Hills. You asking the wrong one, ma'am. Yeah, Napa Valley, ma'am. Get to the ranches. Get to the vineyards. That's what I want to flex. Land. Ownership. Nature. He said, sheesh. Exactly. That's where y'all need to go, girl. What the heck y'all doing? Go to the wine tastings and go all through the vineyards and like try to meet the owners and stuff. Go. Sprinkle. The most men today, rich ones, don't want to commit. They choose to be single and pay for escorts to join them on vacations. Ma'am, most rich men don't want a commitment because they're not at a place mentally to want to commit to a woman. You get them at a certain age, they're going to want to commit. 55 and up usually want to commit. You know why? Either they've already been married or they're hitting their midlife crisis and fearing, oh, well, I'm going to grow old alone. So go get you somebody 50 or 55 and up. They're going to be tired of the escorts by then. Okay. They're going to already have had their life that, they've paid for escorts to take on vacation by then. Now they're going to want to settle down because they're getting old. And them escorts ain't going to understand all that medication that they're taking. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. There you go. And you're like, oh, why do you need all those pills? Why not? Can I have some? They're going to be asking for his pills. Okay. Go for 50 and up. You'll be fine. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said the wine country in South Africa is amazing. Go to Stellenbosch. Okay. Anybody live there? Go ahead. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And most of the time, the reason why they want to commit is because they need a nurse. Okay. Well, you can hire a nurse with their money. Okay. You just go shopping and tell the nurse to take care of them. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They just don't want to be alone. That's literally it. What do you think about mixing business with pleasure? It's stupid. Never works out. The woman always looks dumb. All right. As many consultations as I used to do with women who mixed business with pleasure, the woman always ends up looking stupid and dumb. Always. Always. Don't do it. If you're a woman, don't do it. It's more beneficial for a man to mix business with pleasure, not a woman. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless he's the owner and you don't have to work for him anymore, and once you bag him, don't do it. You said your baby daddy moved to New Zealand from the UK away from you and your child. What to do? Okay. Does he have a job? File for child support with his address. Make sure he gets the notification. If he's not back to protest it or say anything, by the court date, then you're going to get what you asked for. Then he's going to have to fill out paperwork to get at his job for you to get your child support. You can tell him, I'm getting ready for file for child support. I don't know if he's still financially supporting you. If he's still financially supporting you, then girl, go get you a boyfriend. Sprinkle. If he's not financially supporting you, put him on child support. If he is financially supporting you, go do what you want to do. You don't care. All right. Sprinkle. If you have a young baby, then focus on your baby. Go shopping. Use his money to create the lifestyle that you want. Go to throw little dinner parties for your friends. Go shopping. Buy you some jewelry. Like if he is providing for you, enjoy your life. I know that you want his presence there, but he doesn't want to be there for some reason. Maybe he's gay. Maybe you're his beard. Maybe he's in New Zealand with his man or his other woman. I don't know. But the fact that he left and don't want to be there, if he's not giving you money, then you need to find a way to get his money or divorce him. Sprinkle. Okay. But you need to do what's best for you financially. Okay. He said, where would you go in Houston? To the rich side of town. A lot of women get mad at me for giving out all the good locations in Houston because they're going to be saturated with quote unquote ratchets, as they're saying. Like a lot of the women in Houston were mad when I gave away a few locations and they're like, oh, y'all are going to saturate it with ratchets and dusties now. Okay. Say you're in Europe. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people want to gatekeep that information for certain reasons. You said it's true though. Yeah. If you can't find it on your own, you're not supposed to. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're from Houston, if you can't find it on your own through understanding and research, you're not supposed to be there. How to make sure men don't drain your energy? By draining their wallets, for sure. Okay. By making sure they're investing in you financially. Sprinkle. I'm sorry. I have to gatekeep a little bit because people are getting upset with me. Why are you disclosing our locations where we find sugar daddies and men and where all the rich people hang out? Why are you if they can't find it on their own, they're not supposed to be there. I guess that's kind of true. If you don't know how to find it, it's because you ain't supposed to be there. I'm telling you, do your research and find it if that's where you think you're supposed to be. Okay. Sprinkle. You said you have to gatekeep in Miami because the ratchets will flood a nice place quick. Yeah. Sadly, if people keep putting the word out about certain places, ratchet people will flood it out, and the value and the the type of people that go there are going to change. So I've seen it happen too many times. So I got to gatekeep a little bit. If you don't know what to Google, you're not supposed to be there. Thank you, Esther. Sprinkle. I'm just going to say it like that. Keep watching my videos. Keep understanding what I'm saying. And if you're meant to find it, you will. You're going to find it. I promise you. If you know what to look for, you're going to know what to Google and you're going to know where to go. If you don't understand this yet, you're not ready yet. Okay. And remember, you also need the wardrobe. You can't go in there with a ratchet wardrobe. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Because if you go to the rich side of town and you're wearing something very ratchet, see-through, bodycon, spandex, it's not going to work out for you. And I'm not saying that's what y'all going to be wearing, but I'm saying you got to do your research. You got to go people watching. You got to make sure that you're not going to stick out and look like you're out of place. You need to do a little bit of researching. You need to do a little bit of drive-buying. You need to do a little bit of observing and people watching before you go freestyling somewhere. Okay. There you go. Your provider was more accomplished in some industry as me. Oh, same industry as me, music. But if he give me money, he don't want to help me in other things. Okay. Honestly, I just want the money. I don't care about other things. I can help myself in other things. You know what I mean? Just give me the money. If you want other things from him, you know what I mean? Then get his money and pay other people to help you with the other things. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's going to look stupid for not doing it for you for free and you being able to have the money at the same time. So take his money and pay other people. This will make him want to do things for you. If you're paying other people to do the same thing he could be doing for you for free. Okay. Thank you, Kiara. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It'll bruise his ego a little bit as well. So whatever he's good at or whatever his connections are that he's able to do for you, but he won't, definitely go and say, okay, well, I'll just hire such and such. Maybe his competition, maybe someone that does the same thing that he does with the money you gave me. If you do that, he'll most likely help you and tell you to keep the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Kiara, for being a member. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay. You said if you live in Miami, LA, or Vegas, bodycon are appropriate. If in other places you can't dress like that. That's correct, Sarah. All right. Thank you, Sarah. Because like not every place is the same. We're gonna look at you crazy. Especially like in certain places in Texas and in Houston, they're gonna look at you crazy. Like, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be, at the club? If you are leveled up according to Sheer's advice with your looks and okay, you'll understand where to go. Yes. Thank you. Is it too much for a 20-year-old to expect expensive presents from your now still boyfriend? Only if he's in his 20s and can't afford them. You were dating somebody in his 40s or 50s, you could definitely expect lots of nice gifts. But if you're dating somebody your same age, how are they supposed to get the money for it? Okay. Think about it. You got to think about their income, their level of income. Do they even have enough money to give it to you? You said bodycon is not appropriate in certain parts of LA. Okay. Thank you for helping us. Okay. Ho Bana, or is it Jojo Bana? I don't know how you're pronouncing that, but thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, said bodycon looks cheap. Yes. Okay. Okay. You said, okay, let me read this question. You rescue and feed stray animals, but I don't see any wealthy people on streets feeding strays. They just donate money to charities. Is volunteering for poor people, or should I just donate? If you donate to certain organizations every year, usually some, research the ones that have galas, fundraising events, balls, and like parties. That's where you're going to meet the donators. Okay. So instead of volunteering, donate and get the invites, but make sure you do the research before you choose the organization you're going to donate to. Make sure they have galas and fundraisers every year. Sometimes they have Christmas parties. Sometimes they have like formal events and stuff like that, or just like daytime events. This is where you're going to meet the rich people. Okay. At the events that are offered to the donators. Someone says volunteer on the rich side of town. The rich side of town don't have strays. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. They got chips in their dogs. They got them collars that track them down. They don't have strays on the rich side of town, baby. Everybody take care of their animals over there. Them animals ain't got no reason to run away from home. They getting fed, pampered, they getting clothed, massages. They ain't going nowhere. Okay. They be in somebody's purse, somebody's stroller. They're not going anywhere. Okay. There are no strays on the rich side of town. Thank you. Hi. When leveling up, a lot of men stopped approaching me. Now they are just staring and following me around without daring to talk to me. I don't want to smile at them too much because that could look needy. Please help. Okay. Are you on the rich side of town, darling? Most men that find women attractive aren't going to always approach like a Dusty will. They're going to have to see you a few times, get their courage up enough, make sure that, you're not out here talking to dust. A lot of men that have money are more observant and they take their time in approaching you. They may have to see you once or twice or 3 times before they approach you. So that's why I said frequent the rich side of town. Do your activities over there. Become a regular somewhere. Join something over there. And when they see you a couple of times, first you're going to get a smile. Then you're going to get a nod. Then you're going to get a hello. Then you're going to get a conversation. You see, you can't just go out one time and expect people to flock to you like they do on the dusty side of town. It's not going to happen. Dusties are thirsty. Rich men, they have to see you a few times, see that you're a regular, see that you belong, see that, you're a decent person, see that you're not interfering with the riffraff or the dust. And then they'll, hi, nice to see you. I've seen you here before. They recognize you. They feel more comfortable approaching you eventually. And when they do, you're in. Okay. It's not like how you go out on the other side of town where men are just flocking to you because they only want one thing. They're going to deal with you in a different way. Okay. It's about quality, not quantity. Remember that. Sorry, y'all. Could get my water down. You live in California. Most people ain't got their own house or place. What to do? Date older. They should have it by then. They ain't got their own house or place when they old. Something wrong with them. Okay. Go to the outskirts of different cities or major cities. Most people own property or land on the outskirts, not where things are very expensive, Okay. Anyway, so y'all deserve better. Y'all deserve people that have stuff, that are generous, that are able to give you what you want. Go for guys like that. Don't go for guys you think are cute and who you think, looks good on your Instagram. Go for men who like you 10 times more, that want to do for you and make sure you live a good life. Okay? Because y'all feel like, I know we live in the era of social media. And you just want to make sure, is he postable? Is he going to look good in the pictures? And girl, don't post your man. Keep your money. Keep your lifestyle. Live your life. Stop worrying about all that stupid stuff that doesn't matter. Okay? Okay. How to ask for money for the first time. Just ask if they're much older. They're going to say yes because they already know the deal. If you're close to the same age, just mention an issue that they may be able to help you with financially and see if they offer. Okay. If they're really ugly, just ask straight up. They'll say yes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can ask in a nice way, like lie, make up a lie, have a fake problem that they need to solve for you. If you do it sooner rather than later and they're still trying to impress you, they'll most likely do it because they're still trying to impress you. If they've already impressed you, if they've already spent money on feeding you for dates, now they think you're trying, they may feel a certain way. But if the sooner you come up with a fake problem, the more they're wanting to impress you in the beginning. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you show your curves or not? It depends on what you're trying to do, who you're trying to pull, and why you're trying to pull them. If you are, okay, so if you have the curvy body type, dress yourself classy. If you're leading with your body, people are going to think that's what you're trying to use to get ahead. You know what I mean? So if you're appealing to them sexually, that's what they're going to expect from you. If you're appealing to them classy, without showing too much and doing too much, that's how they're going to treat you. So depending on how you want to be treated is how you present yourself and how you dress. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, just because you think it looks good on you, just because it fits you right, doesn't mean that's what you want to dress like, because that's not what you're trying to use to attract. You're not trying to use sexuality unless you're willing to, attract men that's what they want from you and all they want from you. Especially if you're on the rich side of town, you're going to want to attract men that want you for more than that reason, not just that reason. Okay, you're getting paid. Retired vet, but he's nice looking. I think his ex trying to creep back in. What do I do? He said I don't have to work once we marry. Okay. How much money does he have? Because you said retired vet. Like, does he have money? Because I'm not dealing with nobody's ex, and they need to be paying before we get married. You need to be a stay-at-home girlfriend before you're a stay-at-home wife. That's the order it goes in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How much money he got, man? Because I'm not getting ready to settle for a little bit of nothing. Okay. If he can't provide for you as his girlfriend, how do you know he can provide for you as a wife? If he has money, then he should be providing for you as a girlfriend. It should be a stay-at-home girlfriend for practice to see how it goes. A trial. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you got money, then, it sounds good to me. But just make sure he makes you a stay-at-home girlfriend first. If he likes you and he really wants to marry you, if you don't work, he's not going to say no. He's not going to support you. He's not going to say no. Okay. You said if you appeal sexually, you catch more fish. Yeah, you might catch them, but are they paying? Are they providing? You know what I'm saying? Are they paying the bills? If you're getting what you need out of it, then great. If you're not, try another approach. Okay. You said he's 75. Girl, get his money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make sure he's paying as a girlfriend. You can't claim nobody that's not providing, especially if he's 75. He already needs to be paid. Okay. You're going on your date, a first date with a rich man. Advice you have: treat them normally. Don't treat them like a dusty though. Listen to all they have to say, laugh at their jokes, smile, listen, gather information on their triggers, their childhood, how they spend their day, so you know how to get money out of them in the future. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know you don't like online dating, but what about right? I don't even know what that is, bam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You asking the wrong one. I don't know what none of those online dating apps are because they're for desperate people. All of them. Okay. All of them online apps are for desperate people who can't pull in real life. You are never going to find billionaires. You're never going to find, really successful business owners on there. You know why? Because their reputation. You're never going to find the type of man on there that's not going to want to stay on there after they meet you. After you meet a man online and all the other women and his messages from those online dating apps, he's not letting that go to waste. Okay. When you get in an argument, when you're bored, when you're out of town, he's going straight back on that app where he met you to go meet another one. Okay. You're going to constantly have to look through your old profile, make a fake profile to see if he's still on there or not. Stop meeting men online. Meet men that are not desperate to be online. Meet men that can pull just because they can in real life and they don't need no online app because women are not a problem. Okay. Y'all are always trying to date online because y'all are lazy. Y'all are lazy and don't want to get up, put on an outfit, do your hair, go to the nice rich side of town, hang out. Y'all are too lazy. Y'all want to be scrolling around in your bed, looking like who did it and why, hoping some man with some type of money DMs you and wants to ask you out on a coffee date after they done asked 15 other women and whoever got back to them and looked the best, that's who they're going with. Okay, y'all want to put yourselves through that? Well, go ahead. You're not special. You're just one of the many. Okay? But go out in real life and see what you can pull. All right. You said somebody married a man off of there. I bet you he still got a profile active as a husband. I bet you he still got a dating profile. Planning 2G to the Woodlands. Okay, you planning to go to the Woodlands. Nervous about it because I feel out of place. Girl, the Woodlands ain't. That's not even. I wouldn't even go there to meet no man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's where you go shop. You need to go to Houston. You need to go to River Oaks District. You need to do something like that. That's where the money is. The Woodlands is family, people. You need to go into the city. Why? All you're gonna do is run into ladies shopping with their man, kids. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna. Woodlands is family. It's the suburbs. Or men shopping for their wives' birthday gifts. That's all you're gonna run into. Y'all need to go to the city. Y'all are looking for guys that are like more single and gonna be out and about alone. They may not be single, but they will definitely be out alone in the city versus the suburbs, baby. But if you go to the Woodlands, have fun, go shopping. If you're looking, go to the bars closer to like the mid-afternoon and just sit there. They have different bars in there. But other than that, I would skip the Woodlands unless you're just having fun and going shopping. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If some random person on the street harasses you for no reason and uses bad words, would you hold a grudge in your mind and take revenge? Girl, I'm not going to be on the street. I have a car. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm driving. I can't hear nothing but what's on the radio or what's on the playlist or whatever I'm playing. I don't hear nobody on the street, baby. Why are you in the streets? Okay. I'm not getting ready to be emotionally concerned, financially concerned. My time is not going to be wasted by anybody on no street, let alone will I even be on a street. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you know if a rich man is coming onto you? If they offer you something beneficial to you, specifically for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look, I'm not talking to anybody on the street. Period. I'm too good for that. You should be too. You deserve better. If they ignore them and just deem them as cuckoo and keep it moving. Sure, I'm working at an expensive hotel in the summer, but wearing suits and putting hair in a bun will be mandatory. How can I still look feminine? Makeup, perfume, and accessories. If you're allowed to do accessories. Okay. Nails, makeup, accessories, hair. I guess you're gonna have to slick your hair back, but smell good and look good. Somebody said shoes, heels. Okay. Um, you said where can you go to get a fashion makeover? You're a tomboy. Okay. If you got some money, you can hire a makeup artist. You can go get your hair done at a salon, and you can hire a stylist. Or you could go to a nice store and they have stylists in the store that can help you pick stuff out. Thank you. So the steps are level up, go to rich side of town, get the money, start a business, receive selfless gifts, ones he doesn't directly benefit from. Okay. House, marriage, stay at home, and then baby. That's the order. If that's what you want, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, my favorite perfumes, I have a list of them. It's the first link in my maybe I don't know if it's the first link. It's one of the links in my description bar. It says perfumes that I like, and there's a whole list of them. All right. But my favorite is definitely Coco Chanel. That's my all-time nostalgic favorite. Okay. You said when you come home, the dinner better be ready. Yeah, it'll be in the microwave, covered up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just peel the plastic off, and you should have a good meal waiting for you there. Okay. Press 200, then peel off plastic and eat. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Peel the plastic. Yeah, don't forget. You said, would you still be buying luxury items if it was made in China for cheaper? No, the man would be buying the luxury items. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. That's how they impress you, right? If you're going to buy your own luxury items and wear it with a man who hasn't paid for those luxury items, you're just going to up his status because everybody thinks that he paid for them. Don't wear luxury items with men that haven't provided you with the lifestyle. If they buy them for you, then wear them. Okay. If you're buying stuff for yourself, then who cares? Most people, and I've said this on several videos, if you already have money, you don't need to, you have people gift you the stuff. That's the only way that they can impress you anyway. If you like luxury, have people gift you luxury. If you like buying luxury, buy luxury. If you like buying from China, buy from China. It doesn't really matter if that's their money and not yours. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's their money and not yours. Buy what you want. Buy from who you choose to buy from. If you want to conserve, if you want to preserve your money and save some of it, buy some from here and buy some from there. It's his money. What do you think of Nicki Minaj's husband? I don't think about Nicki Minaj's husband. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You don't even have a profile pic, of course. A lot of these people, they don't even have real YouTube accounts. They just have accounts to comment with. So they can't be traced. Okay. How to not be influenced easily? By having your own mind and your own set of morals and own high standards. By thinking for yourself. Okay. You said modern women can't cook at all. Facts. Well, good for them. Who are they cooking for? Dust? Who wants to cook for dust? Who wants to learn and slave away in the kitchen for some dusty? Don't nobody want to cook for no dust. Go back to your mother's house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're going to pay for cooking lessons? You're going to pay for cooking school? Then don't worry about it. There's people at restaurants that know how to cook. If you could afford to take a woman out, you wouldn't be worried about it. If you could pay for her to take cooking classes or lessons, then you wouldn't be worried about if she can cook or not. And also, if she wants to cook is the question. Do some woman want to be in the kitchen cooking for you? Probably not. All right. And if you don't treat her right, do you really want to eat her cooking? Think about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I swear men are dumb. You say you rather cook for your cats. Right. If you're not rich and doing the most, do you really want your woman cooking for you? You don't know what's up in that food. If she asks you for something and you say, no, I can't afford it, are you really going to eat the food that she cooks for you? You're dumb. Toilet water flavor. Okay. Exactly. Y'all, men are dumb. You're going to cook for me? But if you're cooking for a grown, able-bodied man, he's asking you for rent money, bill money. He can't do nothing for you. He won't gift you. What do you think is in that food? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said that's all they talk about is cooking. Exactly. As much as y'all talk about cooking, y'all need to learn how to cook for yourselves. Okay. Because, women deserve better than some man just needing somebody to cook for them. Okay. Burn all the food and he'll never ask you to cook again. How can you improve yourself 26 years old, but you look 17? Okay. Improve your wardrobe, dress for your age. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Do your hair and do your makeup. Improve your wardrobe. Only date men that are providers or date men that have money. Date much older. If you're 26, date the type of man that would make a good husband and a good father. If you're dating anything else, you're wasting time, especially at 26. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do these men eat when single? Nobody cooking for them. Girl, they out doing DoorDash or ramen noodles, McDonald's, wherever, you know. How to stay confident when you're dressed up and put together around people who aren't. Get away from them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why are you around people that aren't on the same level as you? Why? Or is it because you're at work? Well, then act better than they are and try to separate yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the super chat. Been feeling good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so if you're dressed better than other people, just separate yourself. Stand slightly away from them. Act better than them. Act snooty around them. And you may encourage them to want to dress better too by how you treat yourself and how you act. They may want to up their game as well. So definitely act better than them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you have no problem cooking. You might be better than us. Well, then you need to be the one cooking, sir. How we get a live about embracing our dark? Can we get a live about embracing our dark feminine energy, seduction, and commerce? I have so many of those lives already. If you go and look at my videos and live videos, you probably find some, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would broke old guys still be trash? Why are you dating a broke old man? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why are y'all asking about broke anything? Be on the rich side of town. You ain't gonna find that. Okay. Get out of y'all's comfort zones. If you feel like you're not going to fit in on the rich side of town, that's your goal now. That's your goal. If you say, oh, I'll never fit in over there, they're just going to look at me. That now you got a new goal. Okay. New goal, work on it. That way you don't have to be around broke people, period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wish moms taught us these things when we were young. Thank you, Meow. Yeah, they should be teaching you. Well, now you can teach your daughters. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to stay confident. It's from within. You stay that way because that's what you are. You're a main character. Stay the main character of your own life and you will stay confident. All right. So y'all, if you know you deserve better, you need to get in better environments as well. Okay. You can't keep doing the same thing and trying to get different results. You got to change something. Okay. So whether it's improving your looks, your style, where you hang out, how you speak, all of the above, you got to do something. You went on 5 dates with a dentist in Korea. He likes me. Okay, ma'am, get the money, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now time for a fake problem he needs to solve financially. Yay. Well, I wonder what it's going to be. What if your provider spends no time with you? As long as he's spending money, that's all that matters. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. If he gets lonely, he'll call you up. If he misses you, he'll call you up. But as long as he's spending money, that's all that matters. Okay. You could be spending time with other people if that's what you want. Okay. So anyway, what time is it? Is it okay if your provider tells me I complain too much? It doesn't matter as long as he's providing. Who cares what he's saying? Let him vent as long as the money keeps coming. Why y'all care? I'm like, okay, well, that's nice. Thanks for sharing. Make sure the money's still there. I don't care what you think. You know, think about this. If you weren't there for them to give you money, who would they be complaining to? Think about that. They have a woman to pay for. They should be lucky. Some men don't have women to spend money on. Some men are sitting there lonely, scrolling through dating apps, wishing they could. Okay? He's lucky to have a woman to spend on. Think about it. Because guess what? You could be getting money from a whole nother man. That's not him. Then what would he be complaining about? Okay. So, thank you. How to protect your confidence and intelligence when you're introverted. Main character energy. I'm just going to get a sign and start holding it up. Main character energy. What are you, if you're the main character of your own life, what are you doing? Why are you so insecure? You're the main character. Act like it. That's all you need to do. Main character energy. Everybody else are extras or side characters. That's it. You said your crew turns off, sex drives good. Y'all need to be thinking with your mind and not your lower half. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all need to learn how to turn it off so y'all can think straight. Men. Okay. What if he thinks he's all because he's been a doctor and attractive, he's hot and cold when it comes to communication? Then you're supposed to be dating several people, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Deal with him when he want to deal with you, but be dealing with other people at the same time. He's not the only one. He may be the main character of his life, but you are the main character of your life. And he's only a side character. So if he doesn't want to be your co-star, then leave him as side character and keep it moving. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? I don't care if you're a doctor, you're still a side character. If you're not trying to be the co-star, then you a side character. And there's other people that also would like to date, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. There are other doctors, surgeons, business owner, oil and gas men that make way more money. There's lots of people out there that you can date. Why are you stuck on a doctor? If you're the main character, do what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. Okay. You can't have babies with married men that don't have babies with married men. Have you another one on the side that wants to marry you eventually? Date the married man for his money. Smooth transition. There you go. I'm sorry if y'all dating one at a time, that's y'all's problem. What do you think about listening to your intuition? If it's leading to you to some money, then wonderful. Listen. Mm-hmm. If you're using your intuition to see if a Dusty is going to get rich, use common sense instead. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do a reading and see if this Dusty is going to be successful and if I should stay with him. Oh, I'm going to use my intuition. I feel like this Dusty is going to make it in this world. Well, then call him when he makes it. I'm not saying that's what you're asking, but some women, that lean towards their intuition. If it's about a man, use your common sense. If it's about something else, then perhaps. But if it's about a man, never lean towards your intuition, unless it's not about his money. If it's about his character, then listen. If it's about his finances, use common sense. Okay. And there you go. How can you stop feeling bad about dating multiple people? Think about all the time and energy you're going to save by dating multiple guys and choosing one that's the best for you, instead of having to date one, waste time. Date one, waste. You're going to save years. Okay. When it comes to dating, use common sense, not emotions. If that man is not financially doing anything for you, why do you have emotions about dating several? You know what I mean? They don't care. They're probably dating several women as well. You've been brainwashed to feel that way because men look at women as property. Men look at women as something to possess. And women are stupid enough to date one man at a time that can't do anything for them and waste years of their life. So just feel smart because you're choosing to be smarter than most women. Okay? You shouldn't feel guilty. You should feel smart and intelligent for not wasting your time with someone who's non-beneficial. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some of these women are in relationships now because they was trying to date one person at a time and ended up dating a dusty, and now they don't know how to get out of it. Okay? Don't be dumb. Turn it off by using your intelligence. Okay? They don't like you like them. They don't have the same respect for you as you have for them. They're dating several women, most likely. You just don't know about it. Okay? They don't have any guilt. They just look at it as logic. So turn it off by using your logic and your common sense. Okay? Or try this. Date one man, let him disappoint you, and then start all over for another disappointment. Or you can date several and choose the best one. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If that's just not you, then go do what you want to do. But don't come to me and don't be telling me your sob story. Okay? Take it like a woman and start all over. Okay? Because I'm telling y'all now. You said may the biggest bag win. Exactly. Linda says date several so you don't get your heart broken. Yes. So here's my thing. If you feel guilty about it, then just date one. And then when you're sick and tired of the games, the lies, the whatever they're doing to you, then you understand why you should have been dating several. He ghosted me. I've sat by the phone and waited for him for 20 days. What do I do now? Ma'am, you should have already been dating several. Oh, well, he promised me this and he didn't do it. He don't want me to meet his parents. Oh, he don't want to do this. Okay, man, where's the other one? That's all I'm going to ask y'all, because y'all are stupid enough to sit there and put all your eggs in one basket and wonder why you're looking dumb and in the end. But you feel guilty for not putting all your eggs in one basket? Okay, well, that's common sense. You've been brainwashed. Wake up. Okay. All right. All right. Mm-hmm. You said, do rich men like shorter or longer nails? I guess it all depends on, the type of lifestyle that y'all are in. So depends on what his career is, his social life, his social settings, because some stuff isn't going to fly in certain social settings. Mm-hmm. You said eggs are $13 in Cali. Wow. For once, vegan eggs are cheaper than regular eggs. It's like a liquid, like eggs for scrambling or making vegan omelets. For once, it's cheaper than regular eggs now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My cousin and my mom, they have chickens, so they don't have to pay for no eggs. They have land because we live in Texas. So a lot of people can get land and stuff. So they have lots of stuff. Most people got to pay for. Mm-hmm. Get you some chickens. If you live if you live where you got some land, get you a chicken or a couple of chickens, a little rooster, or maybe not a rooster, because then you'll have more chickens. An idea on what to make up for him to spend money on. Whatever you choose. Tires, fake Aunt Ethel's mortgage, your rent because you paid fake Aunt Ethel's mortgage because she's old. Um, anything. Surgery for your pet that you probably don't even have, or your pet that's not even sick. Just something. Y'all got to get creative. If you can't think, you can't be creative on your feet. You're not going to be able to win at this game. Okay. You're going to have to start thinking about ideas. Get you a little notebook and write all the ideas down and then pull them out when you need them. Okay. Make sure they sound good and have them prepared before you even ask, before you even mention. Have a list of them that you've already prepared. Okay. Women are naturally creative. Use your creativity and thinking. Okay. The more you think, the more creative you become, the easier it gets. You said anything for your car costs money. So yeah, a car thing, animal surgery, fake Aunt Ethel, plane ticket to fake Aunt Ethel's funeral because she's, use your imagination. Mm-hmm. How much time should you give a man to prove himself to me? Like paying for things. Not that long because they're trying to impress you in the very beginning of any type of relationship or dating. So not that long. Less than a month. Less than like depending on how many times you see him and talk to him, less than a month. That's all they got. That's the longest they got. It should be a few days or a week if they really, really like you. But definitely less than 1 month. Because after that, they think they got you. They don't have to put in as much effort. They're not trying to impress you that much anymore. So, in the first stages of the dating or the relationship is when they're really trying hard. That's when they're trying to impress you the most. So, they'll most likely say yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, y'all deserve better. Y'all should be doing better. If y'all don't know how to get better, go to the rich side of town, hang out there, observe, do better for yourself so that you're comfortable wherever you go and that you can pull, especially get attention and pull where people actually have money. Okay. Do that for yourself. Do that for yourself. I said this earlier. Get out of your comfort zone. Improve yourself. Get out. Go to where you want to be. That's literally it. Should you tell men that you don't celebrate holidays? No, shut your mouth. Like, let me tell y'all something. Why don't y'all write a whole book about yourselves? Just get a diary, get a notebook, and tell all your secrets, all your tea, all the mystery about you, all the red flags about you, and then give it to them. Why don't y'all do that? Y'all want a friend so bad that y'all are willing to sit there and tell a perfect stranger every little dumb detail of your life that they don't really care about. Okay? And y'all don't even understand how to lie anymore. Y'all want to be honest to everybody, people that don't know you. Ma'am, the goal is the money, not to get someone to know your life story on the first date. If you're a mystery to be unfolded, it takes a long time to unfold a mystery, and money can be spent. If you're an open book, a life story on the first date, people are bored of that. There's no mystery in it, and nobody even cares. Okay? If I were a man and a woman started telling me stupid stuff that I didn't care about, or things that are unnecessary, and stuff that, I would be done. I literally would. Like, what? Why are you so comfortable around me to tell me some stupid stuff I don't care about? Or something controversial, or something that I may or may not agree with, and that could stop me from even calling you for the next date. Ladies, think about this. You're not quirky. You're not special. Nothing is interesting about you. Men only want to sleep with you and make sure you look good on their arm and understand what they're saying enough to have a decent conversation with them. Nobody cares. Okay? Keep all that crap to yourself and collect money. They'll find out when it's time for them to find out. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said diarrhea of the mouth is what we call it. I'm serious. Y'all be doing too much. Think about this on a first date. You're sitting across from the table. The man has ordered his food and his drink, and you're going to ruin his buzz if he got a little drink. Hi, my name is such and such, and I don't do this, and I don't do that, and I don't celebrate this, and I don't celebrate that. I don't do this. I'm quirky. I'm special. I'm different. Yeah. They don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said some. You said listen to Shira. Okay. People are dumb. No man wants to sit across from that. Ask them. I promise you, they're all going to tell you, heck no. Shut up. If you could get into the mind of a man while they're on a date with a woman that talks too much, he's going to be wishing it was over. This is why now I understand why some men ask y'all on coffee dates, because they want to get out quick because y'all talk too much. Okay, what happened to mystery? You stood up to him and said, we don't have to talk anymore. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Yeah, we don't have to talk anymore. Goodbye. On to the next. Number 2 guy wants to take you to Capri this summer. You've been staying with provider 1 for 2 years. He knows my habits. Tell him I'm going with family. Of course. Lie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Tell him you're going with family. Tell him you're going for work or whatever. If you work, if you don't work, family. Photoshop some family pictures. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Thank you. All right, ladies. Okay, y'all deserve better. And sometimes let me talk to y'all about this real quick. Because sometimes when y'all are dating, y'all set yourselves up for failure on the first date. Sometimes even before the first date. Okay, y'all set yourself up for failure just by talking too much, saying stupid stuff that don't matter, treating a date like an interview or a life story memoir, doing too much. I'm going to tell y'all why y'all do this. Y'all, women talk too much on dates because they think that's their future husband and they're trying to tell them everything they need to know in order to get approval for saying, oh, this is the type of woman that I want a wife. Because y'all are not thinking. That's why women spill their guts on dates. They're hoping you're the one and that everything about them you will accept. Women are dumb like that when it comes to dating. All right. They don't understand mystery. They don't understand allure. They don't understand this is not your husband. This is your date. This is who you're just chewing food at across the table from tonight. This is not your future husband. Women are treating dates as if they're the future husband. That's why women talk too much. Y'all need to stop doing that. All right. They may be the future shopping spree, which the less they know, the better. Okay. Y'all need to start looking at them like this. Oh, that's the future bill payer. That's the future shopping spree. That's the future, wallet, not the future husband. Because the less they know, the more mysterious you are, the more that they spend, the longer that they want to date you, the more that they want to unfold. That's not your future husband. And if it is, great, but you don't need to be treating him like that if he's not sitting there treating you like his future wife. You need to be letting the message unfold, letting the information unfold while you're benefiting from this person. A guy wanted to see if you'd pay for dinner. I sat there until he paid and refused to be intimate. Ran into him at the Capitol Grill a week later. Do not pay for men. Your 50% will go to another woman. Thank you, chompers. Yes. Yeah. Men should not be asking you out on dates if they need you to pay. They can't afford to date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So y'all stop doing this, ladies. That's your future shopping spree, not your future husband. If he can take you shopping, if he can pay your bills, if he can do all of the above, then he might be your future husband. But he's not at that moment on the first date. Okay. So you don't need to tell him everything about yourself. You don't need to spill your life story to get acceptance from a man, lay all the cards out so he can think that you could be wifey. No, you need to shut your mouth. Okay. Because some of y'all, no one told y'all this, and y'all just be sitting there telling everything, trauma dumping and everything. And don't nobody want to hear that. I mean, I don't care how good you look as a woman. That's a turnoff, period. Some of y'all are getting ghosted because of this very reason. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I do that too if I don't want to see her again. Okay, sir, whatever. You gonna drop a dump on her too? Mm-hmm. Just a what? Exactly. A man trying to talk to you when he can't afford to date is like walking around Target with no money to buy anything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, men don't care about your trauma, so save it. Save the trauma for your mama. All right. Because nobody cares. I don't know why women think people care about their trauma or their past or they don't care. Not even other women care. So keep it to yourself, write it in a journal or tell your mother. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like some people only pretend to care because they're supposed to. So Remember that. Nobody really wants to hear it unless they ask you what's wrong and how can they help. Unless they're asking you, they don't care. Mm-hmm. 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 If you want to get rid of your first date and all you're there to do is eat one time with that person, tell them whatever you need to tell them to get them to not call you back. But if you want to see them again, do not tell them all that information that's not, for first dates. Okay. You said, once you realize Shira is right, your lives will get easier. Stop wanting a man, only want him for his money. If that, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. And I know that sounds bad. Now listen to me, ladies. I know this sounds shallow and materialistic, but it will save you time, energy, becoming emotionally attached to someone that doesn't even like you. It's going to save you. You're not going to be reflected as a bad person for only wanting a man to do the one only job that he is put on earth to do, which is to provide. It's going to save you from sifting through all the other men who have absolutely no reason of their purpose. And then if there happen to be a nice guy, if they happen to like you a lot, if they happen to be a decent human being, added bonus. But in order to even see any of this, you're going to have to only focus on their ability to provide in the beginning. All right. Why? Because if you know they're investing and providing, they like you and they know their role, and everything else will fall in place easier. Okay. Easier. But you got to have the money first. They have to be able to provide first and foremost, or else you're just there wasting time. Okay. How to overcome. Why do y'all come to my channel asking dumb questions? A man is here to provide. If you don't think you're good enough, then go find you a Dusty and pay for him. All right. If you were raised in a dusty environment by a pick Misha, this is what you were brainwashed with. Go find a Dusty. Go find him. Pick him up off the street at the bus stop from his mama house. Take him to the mall. When y'all get to the register, have him behind you hugging you when you pay for his shoes, and when y'all walk through the mall and he won't hold your hand and walk 10 steps in front of you, then you have that type of relationship. If you feel guilty for a man providing for you, if you don't feel like you deserve to be treated the way you're supposed to be treated, then go get you a Dusty and make sure you have enough money to keep him. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because y'all are getting on my nerves with these dumb questions. If you feel guilty and embarrassed by letting a grown, able-bodied man provide for you, then you don't love yourself. You don't think you're worthy. You was probably raised by a pick Misha, and you probably used to dealing with dust. Okay? Y'all get on my nerves asking me dumb questions. What if I feel guilty for letting a man be a provider? Well, then you're stupid. I can't help you. Go get unbrainwashed. Watch my videos. Okay. That's like a man asking, why do I feel guilty for letting my wife stay home while she's 9 months pregnant instead of clocked in somewhere, standing up with her feet swollen? Why do I feel guilty for letting her stay home pregnant? That's like a man asking that dumb question. Okay. Y'all need to check yourselves. Y'all deserve better and y'all don't even realize it. Somebody even got to tell y'all deserve better, because you've been so brainwashed and programmed that you deserve the least and you're supposed to give the most. That's why y'all are out here aging prematurely, talking about coulda, shoulda, woulda when it's too late. Oh, he left me for another woman. Well, you paid for him to leave you because you were going 50-50, ma'am. You paid for him to save up for that nice car to pull that woman who think it was all him. You helped him. So don't be mad. If you don't feel like you deserve it, no one else will feel like you deserve it. You're telling everybody you don't deserve nothing. You're telling everyone that you are less than, and that's how everyone is going to treat you. You feel guilty for even wanting the bare minimum. That's sad. That's disgusting. You feel guilty for wanting the bare minimum. That means in my mind, you need to go improve yourself in every way. How you look, how you think, how you walk, how you talk, how you dress. You need to go improve that 100%. Why? Because you feel like you don't deserve the bare minimum. You need to do better. All of the women who feel that way, not just you, because it's not just you. I've had that question asked to me 5 times today. So I'm not getting on you. I'm getting on all of the women that feel like that. Y'all have been programmed to accept the bare minimum, and you don't even love yourself. Somebody needs to tell you.
I just sent you a video that popped up on my TikTok.
Hold on. Oh, shoot.
One of your Stan accounts.
Sorry, Shira, he gave me money for shopping. How should I text him after he spoiled me? He just wants something casual and no relationship. Okay, well, save his number under shopping. Okay, and if you're talking about just casual, that doesn't mean sleeping with him. If all he did was take you shopping, then just save him under shopping. Make him start all over after you ghost him for a few weeks and he's trying to come back and get what he thinks he deserves. And now he has to take you shopping all over again. Okay. Shopping doesn't equal sleeping with a man. Okay. Bill pay, long-term bill pay, car notes, after a while of him doing that, then it's going to be different. Okay. But shopping one time does not equate to any of that. He's not Diddy. Diddy always was trying to take people shopping. 50 Cent said no. Cat Williams said no. So y'all are out here letting people deal with you after you go shopping. No. I can go shopping by myself. I can get people to take me shopping without expecting anything. Know your value. Tell them casual is dinner. Okay, thank you for taking me shopping. Yes, I'll have dinner with you again in the future. But shopping is not enough, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Keep it moving. Cut your losses and say, okay, thanks for the shopping spree, but I'm not fit to do nothing with you. You can take me shopping again in the future and you could try again, but that doesn't mean you're going to get anywhere. Okay. You said, how do you make your husband feel ugly? Sometimes he gets arrogant. He could get an attractive woman like me. He should already be ugly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If not, you chose wrong. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The only way you can do that is to look way better. If he's attractive, the only way you can make him feel ugly is if you look 10 times better than him. So level up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your man know better. Don't nobody want that dad body. Okay, Coco. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all are silly. The ugly men are the ones who think they actually are God's gift. Okay, well, keep mirrors around the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Keep a lot of mirrors around the house and a lot of pictures of you looking good. All right. So if you got pictures of yourself, on your phone, go print them out, put them in a frame, put them all around your house, and then have also mirrors. Then find you a picture of him and you so they can see the contrast and put them out and about. You know what I'm saying? So they already know the deal. Dang, why is she with me? She look way better. She look too good to be with me. So you need mirrors, couples pics, and then selfies everywhere so they understand and they don't forget, because some people be forgetting what they look like. Men aren't in the mirror like women are in the mirror. Okay. their confidence comes from, like, their status, who they're with, what they drive. They're not always in that mirror. But if you put some mirrors up, that can help. All right. They're going to be like passing by the mirror, scaring themselves. Oh, dang. You say you're actually going to do that? You should. Keep a couple of mirrors. In every room, have at least 2-3 mirrors. That way they don't act up. Okay. You said, what do you think of the saying, don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband? I agree with that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. They have a saying, the men have a saying, don't let your wife keep you from finding your girlfriend. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I don't know why. If we're going to be real and be honest with each other, y'all got to understand this and stop getting upset, because it is what it is. Y'all got to know they're going to do what they want. Just be there for the money, and you're always going to win. Always. You said, if he ain't paying, you ain't staying. I know that's right. Miss Ari, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what about the saying, don't let your husband hold you back from finding a better one? I think that's a good saying too. I think all sayings that are beneficial to the person saying it is a good saying. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said single until married. Yep. And you know what the men saying are? Single while married. Y'all, I told this story a couple times. I had someone that I knew for a long time, and in my DMs, the day of their wedding, the night of their wedding, the second day of their honeymoon, trying to meet up. Some of them the day before their marriage. Okay. Why? Because that's a man. Not all men, but a lot of men. So I don't know, like, y'all women who hold marriage sacred, y'all's men don't. A lot of y'all's men do not. You may hold it sacred. You may feel a certain way, but a lot of times, I'm trying to teach y'all something. Most men, a lot of men, do not hold it sacred. To them, that's why they call a wife a ball and chain. Most men do not hold marriage sacred. Most women do, most men don't. Y'all got to understand this before you get married. Men will marry a woman so another man can't have her. Men will marry a woman so he can have a child with her and she can raise his child. Men will marry a woman because all their families and friends are expecting them to. Men will marry a woman because they're getting older. Men don't marry for the same reason women marry, and they do not hold marriage sacred. Do y'all understand this? All right, let's move on. That's why women should marry for money, because men do not hold marriage sacred. Okay. To them, it's just something that they have to do to keep the woman they're with, to please the woman they're with, but they're still going to do what they want to do if they choose to. Period. You said men want to buy you. So if y'all wake up from the fairy tale and understand this, you're going to go only for the money. And you're going to be smart for it. Shira, how do you be the perfect side chick? I just want him to provide and nothing serious. I can have multiple ones at once. Have something that keeps you very busy and make specific times to see him, and make sure that he understands that. Okay. And I'm pretty sure he will if he is married. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, I'm only available on these days. These are our days. Like, start saying, these are your days and your times. These are our days and our times. What are we going to do? All right. What about men in the church? Even worse. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Even worse, ma'am. Those are the worst. You marry a religious man, he's going to be cheating more than the unreligious man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. All right. So, marry for money. And the reason why I say that, because men don't hold marriage sacred. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go to any bar. Go to any club. Most of the guys that are hitting on women, trying to get their phone number, a lot of them are going to be married. Okay? Go to anybody's social media, go to the DMs, look at all the men who are up in your DM and go look for their status and see if they're married. Go look through their page. Go find their wives on their page. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. To this day, I still have married men in my DMs. To this day. Okay? Whole wife, whole wedding picture on their social media. Still in women's DMs. Period. Men don't hold marriage sacred. So, that's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all need to know this. All right. Marriage is not a scam for women if women marry for money. Marriage is only a scam if you marry for fidelity and love. That's only when it's a scam, because then you become the maid, the cook, the laundromat, the nanny, in exchange for somebody's fake love and fake fidelity. And then that's when it's a scam. It's not a scam if you marry for money. Lifestyle. It's not a scam for women if you marry for the correct reason. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's only a scam if you're stupid and marry for the dumb reason. Okay. Thank you. Because men don't hold marriage sacred, but a woman is stupid enough to hold it sacred and get disappointed in the long run. Just get the money, man. You said you had a lavender marriage when you were super young. Okay, well, good for you, ma'am. Hopefully it worked out financially for you. You said the whole world is going to have the last laugh. What do you mean the whole world? You mean your whole dusty world? Y'all are waiting on the last laugh. Y'all should be waiting on some money to get into y'all's account. Y'all should be waiting on a phone call from whoever you applied for a job with. All right. Yeah, we don't care about no dusty chats. Okay, goodbye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They say they waiting on a paycheck. Exactly. Y'all dusty always think y'all got some infinite knowledge from the universe. Well, how come the universe didn't tell y'all how to get some money? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Anyway, they got all this. Oh, you're gonna last laugh. Okay, you're gonna repent. Okay, where's your money since you connected? Goodbye. Just say you broke. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. They stay on women's channels. Exactly. They can do anything but go get some money, can't they? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, Kat, that happened to you. Anyway, she said her lavender marriage was not good because he scammed her. Yeah. Nope. No lavender marriages if the man is not giving you everything in your name. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Dusties are always so spiritual but can't be blessed. That's because they live in a lack mindset, and that's all they attract is more brokenness. Okay. Mm-hmm. Caught your boyfriend cheating, but he don't know it. Tips for manipulation. Have everything you want him to buy you ready to go, so he could just click on it and purchase. Give you his credit card or take you to the dealership. Have all that stuff ready. And when he acts stupid and he gets mad at you, and you need quick forgiveness for whatever you did wrong, then pull it out and get your money at the same time. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Save it for when you need it. All right. Save it for when he starts to get an attitude and starts to get mad and starts to get upset with you. Pull it out. And also have your cart ready of something that you want him to purchase for your forgiveness. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't, male teachers, Kaylin, run, sprinkle, sprinkle. Before I met James, I dated a male teacher. They are super broke. Run. Run. They be trying to come up with creative dates that don't cost nothing. They're around kids all day or teenage girls all day. Ma'am, run. Run. If they're not trying to become principal, run. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sorry. No offense, but you know, they're not the most ambitious of the crew. All right. Yeah, teachers are underpaid, but think about this. And no offense, this is just my opinion. Male teachers seem a little bit more feminine to me. Male teachers seem that they lack some ambition to me. Male teachers don't have what it takes to make it in the real world, so they got to go teach. Okay. Unless you're teaching just to get to the status of becoming a principal that makes a little bit more money or a lot more money, I'm not dealing with it. Okay. That just needs to be a stepping stone to be principal and then superintendent or something. But if you just satisfied with teaching, no, goodbye. Deal with him when he's the principal or the superintendent, not when he's the teacher. That means he got to be older. He's a provider, but insecure and emotional, 18-year gap. Okay. Okay, so get his money, and if he's insecure and emotional, then you need to tell him, like, you need to reassure him, look, there's nobody else that's going to provide for me like you do, so you don't have to worry. Keep the emphasis on him providing. There's no one that gifts me as good as you do. There's no one that provides for me as good as you do. You never have to worry. So use the emphasis that he's a good provider, and he will continue to provide, and he will provide more to make up for his insecurity, you know, because that's what you're putting emphasis on. That's what he's going to think is going to keep you faithful, is how he spends money on you. You don't reassure him emotionally. You reassure him that his finances are keeping you there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's the best amount for a re-entry fee? Should it depend on how much he makes? Yes, it depends on how much he makes and how much he has to spare. If you don't want to deal with him because he doesn't make enough, then don't let him re-enter. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You say you do this with my provider? Exactly. You got to emphasize the providing. Keep them secure in what they are supposed to be secure in. If they ugly, if they're not the best looking thing, if they're not the youngest looking, handsomest thing, reassure their finances are keeping you there, not their looks, not their personality. Don't be lying to them. Tell them what it is. This is about your money. Keep the money coming. You ain't got to worry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said he's 70, tenured, half blind with a weak heart. Okay, he's tenured, half blind with a weak. Girl, what you doing? You trying to get on the wheel, the insurance? Kind of trying to become the beneficiary? Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Well, hopefully he can give you some money and take you shopping if you have to deal with all that. Okay. You said he was a teacher, not a professor. You see, when I hear teacher, I'm thinking like high school, junior high, elementary. You said tenured professor. They make a little money. Their job is secure. Okay. I don't know how much, where he teaches at and how much he earns, but obviously has enough to give to you. So, you know, good for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But if he's in high school, I don't think they let 70-year-old men teach in high school. I don't know. Hopefully he's a professor. He's not going to live long enough to settle down. Just get his money now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. All right. All right. She's only there for a little while. For the rest of his, like, you know, he's already got a bad heart. He can't see. He's not going to be there around longer. You're not going to be around much longer. She's just in there to get a few dollars, maybe get on the wheel, you know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My advice about dressing well, but appropriately has helped me. I've never felt prettier and I always stood out now, but never out of place. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Abby. Abia? How do you say your name? Well, I'm glad that it helped. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Thank y'all, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all for all the donations. If y'all are wanting to join the Patreon, I'm getting ready to link it. You can write me if you join tier 2 and up. I'll message you back in a day or two. If you want to join the mail out tier, I mail you a letter every month or a card or every month. These are the letters that are going out for my Patreon today. Y'all join that and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.